Have you ever wondered if a simple blood test could reveal hidden dangers in your body? Imagine going to the doctor feeling healthy, only to discover that a test has detected a secret disease that could drastically shorten your life if left untreated. The frightening truth is that there are 4 specific blood tests that can detect early signs of life-threatening diseases long before you feel any symptoms. And yet around 80% of doctors do not routinely prescribe these tests, especially for patients over the age of 60. Why is that? Today you will learn which blood tests you should definitely ask for and why they could save your life. Let's start by understanding why these tests are so important. As you age, your body undergoes subtle changes. These changes often go unnoticed until it is too late. Diseases such as heart attack, diabetes, kidney problems, and certain types of cancer often develop gradually and can progress rapidly. Early detection through specific blood tests gives you a crucial head start, so you can get treatment in time and improve your chances. The first of these tests measures inflammation in your body, a smoldering fire that silently damages your arteries, joints, and organs. Another test reveals hidden cholesterol problems that conventional tests may overlook. A third test checks your kidney function before symptoms appear. And finally, a vitamin D test reveals an often overlooked deficiency that weakens your immune system and makes your bones more fragile. Have you ever had a blood test that completely changed your view of your health? Feel free to write about it in the comments and let us know where you are watching from. We respond to every comment because your experiences can help others. Don't forget to subscribe to our Klar Vital channel to receive weekly valuable health tips designed specifically for seniors. Now let's dive into the first blood test that could change everything. The inflammation marker, CRP, the silent enemy in your blood. Inflammation is like a smoldering fire in your body. You often don't notice it, but it can have a massive impact on your health. A blood test called C-reactive protein, CRP, measures precisely these inflammation levels and provides a clear indication of how active these hidden processes are. Especially in seniors over 60, elevated CRP levels can be an early warning system for heart attacks, strokes, and chronic diseases. What happens during inflammation? Imagine a small fire blazing in your blood vessels, slowly attacking your vascular system. This fire damages the walls of your arteries, promotes deposits, and leads to hardening, similar to rust on an old metal pipe. Without any visible injury, your body is working against itself, greatly increasing your risk of cardiovascular disease. A study by Harvard Medical School found that people with elevated CRP levels are twice as likely to suffer a heart attack as people with normal levels. Even more alarming is that most people are unaware of this danger, because inflammation is often asymptomatic. But this is also your opportunity. With the CRP test, you can take action in good time. A normal level means that the risk of acute heart problems is lower. An elevated level should alert you and your doctor to take action together, from an anti-inflammatory diet and exercise to targeted medication. There's no need to worry. An elevated CRP level is not a death sentence, but an indication. It's up to you to extinguish the smoldering fire before it gets out of control. Many seniors underestimate this marker because it is rarely tested as standard. You should therefore actively ask your doctor to check your CRP level, especially if you have risk factors such as obesity, high blood pressure, or smoking. Look for natural anti-inflammatory foods in your diet. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, plenty of fresh vegetables, and whole grains can lower CRP levels over time. At the same time, avoid sugar, processed foods, and excessive alcohol consumption. Do you have elevated inflammation levels or questions about the CRP test? Write to us in the comments. We are happy to help. In the next chapter, you will learn more about lipoprotein A, an often overlooked cholesterol value that is a major risk factor, especially in seniors. Lipoprotein A, the often forgotten risk factor for heart disease. If you think your cholesterol is in the normal range, you may still be at increased risk for heart attacks and strokes. The reason is called lipoprotein A, or LPA for short. This special type of cholesterol is often not routinely tested, yet it is elevated in about 20% of the population, especially in older people over the age of 60. This makes it a silent but dangerous enemy. Lipoprotein A is like a small package containing cholesterol and a special protein called apolipoprotein A. This protein makes LPA particularly harmful because it promotes inflammation in the blood vessels and supports the formation of blood clots. This means that LPA can clog arteries and significantly increase the risk of heart attack or stroke. The insidious thing about it is that LPA is genetic and can hardly be influenced by diet or exercise. A normal total cholesterol level does not rule out elevated LPA. Therefore, the LPA test is particularly important for people who have heart problems or a family history of heart disease, despite normal cholesterol levels. A study by the Mayo Clinic showed that patients with high LPA levels had up to 3 times the risk of heart attacks. Nevertheless, many doctors do not prescribe this test as standard, which should not be a cause for concern. What can you do if your LPA is elevated? Since lifestyle measures are limited in this case, the focus is on close monitoring and treatment of other risk factors. High blood pressure, diabetes, and LDL cholesterol should be controlled as best as possible. New drugs to lower LPA are in development, and in some cases your doctor may recommend medications such as statins or PCSK9 inhibitors to minimize your overall risk. In addition, anti-inflammatory foods such as berries, green leafy vegetables, and fatty fish help protect the heart. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol consumption, which put additional strain on vascular health. Ask your doctor to measure your LPA level, especially if you have a family history of heart disease or have had heart problems but your cholesterol levels are normal. This knowledge can save lives. How about you? Have you had your LPA tested yet? Share your experiences in the comments below and subscribe to Clar Vital so you don't miss any important health tips for seniors. In the next chapter, we explain how you can keep an eye on your kidney function with the eGFR test and thus avoid further damage. eGFR test, the crucial check for your kidney function. When it comes to your health, you may rarely think about your kidneys, those 2 small organs that filter around 150 liters of blood every day, removing toxins from your body. But especially after the age of 60, your kidneys can quietly and gradually lose their ability to function without you noticing it right away. The eGFR test, which estimates your glomerular filtration rate, is a simple blood test that measures how well your kidneys are functioning. It could be the most important health check you don't know about yet. What does a low eGFR value mean? Imagine your kidneys are a sewage treatment plant. The poorer the filtering performance, the more waste products remain in the blood and put strain on other organs. A declining eGFR value indicates that your kidneys are working less efficiently. This can lead to serious problems such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and electrolyte imbalances. Unfortunately, eGFR is often only considered incidentally or not tested at all, even though studies show that up to 30% of seniors have impaired kidney function without knowing it. The German Society of Nephrology therefore recommends regular eGFR tests starting at age 60, especially if risk factors such as diabetes or high blood pressure are present. Early detection through the eGFR test makes it possible to protect the kidneys with targeted measures. These include monitoring blood pressure and blood sugar, avoiding medications that can damage the kidneys, and an adjusted diet that reduces the strain on the organ. Drinking water, eating a low-salt diet, and avoiding too much protein are simple but effective strategies. If your eGFR value has already dropped significantly, your doctor may recommend additional tests and therapies to slow the progression of the disease. Close monitoring also helps prevent complications such as kidney failure or heart problems. Many seniors are unaware that their kidneys are at risk until symptoms such as fatigue, swelling, or changes in urine color appear. But by then, it may already be too late. That's why the eGFR test is a vital early warning indicator that you shouldn't ignore. Have you ever had your eGFR checked? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you'd like to learn more about important health tests, subscribe to Clar Vital, your channel for real health information. In the next chapter, we'll take a look at vitamin D, the often underrated sunshine vitamin that plays a key role in your bones and immune system. Stay tuned. Vitamin D test, the sunshine vitamin that keeps you healthy. Vitamin D is often referred to as the sunshine vitamin because your body produces it when sunlight hits your skin. However, the ability to produce sufficient vitamin D decreases significantly, especially after the age of 60. A deficiency can have far-reaching consequences, ranging from weak bones and a weakened immune system to increased susceptibility to chronic diseases. The vitamin D blood test measures the level of this essential vitamin and is an indispensable check for your health. Why is vitamin D so important? Imagine your bones as a living framework that is constantly being built and renewed. Vitamin D ensures that calcium from food is absorbed and stored in the bones. If this vitamin is lacking, your bones become porous and brittle, dramatically increasing the risk of osteoporosis and bone fractures. But vitamin D doesn't just affect your bones. Studies show that it strengthens the immune system, inhibits inflammation, and can even have a positive effect on mood. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Most seniors suffer from an underestimated deficiency. Factors such as less time spent outdoors, darker skin, sunscreen, and the skin's declining ability to produce vitamin D mean that requirements are often not met. Experts estimate that over 60% of people over the age of 60 in Germany have a vitamin D deficiency. A simple blood test can tell you whether you have enough vitamin D in your body or whether a supplement is necessary. According to the German Nutrition Society, the optimal concentration is at least 30 mg/l. If your level is below this, you can counteract this with targeted supplementation and moderate sun exposure. But be careful. Too high a dose without medical supervision can also be harmful. That's why the test is so important. It shows you and your doctor exactly how much vitamin D you need. Practical tips. Spend at least 15 minutes outside every day. Eat oily fish such as salmon or mackerel, and supplement your vitamin D levels under medical supervision if necessary. Have you had your vitamin D levels checked yet? Share your experiences with us in the comments. Subscribe to Clara Vital to receive more valuable health tips for seniors on a regular basis. In the next chapter, you will learn why the small ferritin test measures your iron levels and how you can effectively combat fatigue and weakness. Ferritin test, the secret behind your energy and strength. Do you often feel tired, sluggish, or have difficulty getting through the day full of energy? Many seniors think this is normal with age, but often there is an iron deficiency behind it, which can be detected by a simple ferritin blood test. Ferritin is a protein that stores iron and thus ensures that your cells are supplied with it. Without sufficient iron, your body cannot produce enough energy, because iron is crucial for transporting oxygen in the blood. Why is the ferritin test so important? A low ferritin level indicates that your iron stores are depleted, even if your blood count still looks normal. This means you may be suffering from hidden iron deficiency, which causes chronic fatigue, concentration problems, and muscle weakness, symptoms that are easily confused with aging. A study by the German Institute of Nutrition found that up to 30% of older adults suffer from iron deficiency without knowing it. Postmenopausal women and people with chronic illnesses are particularly affected. When ferritin levels fall below 30 mg/l, the risk of fatigue and reduced performance increases significantly. The consequences of untreated iron deficiency can be serious: impaired heart function, a weakened immune system, and slow wound healing. That is why the ferritin test is a crucial step in taking timely countermeasures. How can you improve your iron status? In addition to iron-rich foods such as red meat, legumes, and green leafy vegetables, it is important to combine them with vitamin C to increase absorption. In some cases, your doctor may prescribe iron supplements, but only after checking your levels first, as too much iron can also be harmful. Regular blood tests help to keep an eye on ferritin levels and prevent excess or deficiency. If you notice symptoms such as constant fatigue, paleness, or shortness of breath, talk to your doctor about getting a ferritin test. Many seniors report that their energy and quality of life improve significantly once their iron deficiency is treated. Do you have experience with ferritin testing or iron deficiency? Share it in the comments and help others better understand their health. Subscribe to Clara Vital to learn more about important blood tests and natural ways to increase vitality. In the next chapter, you will learn how a simple blood sugar test can identify risks before you get sick. Stay tuned. Blood sugar test, the key to preventing diabetes and related diseases. Did you know that many people live with high blood sugar for years without knowing it? The risk of type 2 diabetes and other metabolic problems increases significantly after the age of 60. A simple blood sugar test can detect early warning signs and help you avoid complications such as heart attack, kidney damage, or nerve disease. Your blood sugar level shows how much glucose is currently circulating in your blood. If this value exceeds the normal range on a permanent basis, your body is suffering from a condition called prediabetes or diabetes. This leads to gradual damage to blood vessels, nerves, and organs without you noticing any symptoms right away. A study by the German Diabetes Society found that around 15% of people over the age of 60 already have prediabetes, many without knowing it. This group has a significantly increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes in the coming years. But the good news is that with a timely blood sugar test and the right lifestyle, the development can often be halted or even reversed. The test usually involves measuring your fasting blood sugar, or your HbA1c level, which reflects your average blood sugar level over the past 2 to 3 months. A normal value means that your metabolism is functioning well and you are not at increased risk. If the values are above this, it is time to take action. Measures such as a balanced diet low in sugar and simple carbohydrates, regular exercise, and weight management can stabilize your blood sugar. Avoiding highly processed foods, sweet drinks, and white flour products is particularly important. Instead, focus on fiber-rich foods, healthy fats and proteins, which keep blood sugar levels constant. Talk to your doctor about getting a blood sugar test if you are frequently thirsty, urinate a lot, or feel unusually tired. Even if you don't have these symptoms, a preventive test can save lives. Have you had your blood sugar tested yet? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our Klar Vital channel to receive important health information for seniors. In the next chapter, we'll look at another important blood test that can reduce your risk of blood clots and strokes. Stay tuned. D-dimer test, the silent guardian against dangerous blood clots. Blood clots are a serious danger, especially for seniors over 60. They can occur suddenly, without any warning signs, and lead to life-threatening conditions such as pulmonary embolism or stroke. The D-dimer test is a blood test that can help detect the risk of such blood clots at an early stage and thus save lives. But what exactly does the D-dimer test measure? D-dimers are small fragments that are produced when a blood clot breaks down in the body. An elevated D-dimer level indicates that clots are currently active or dissolving somewhere in your body. This means that your blood is clotting more frequently than normal, a warning sign that must be taken seriously. Why is this test particularly important for older people? With age, the risk of thrombosis, i.e. dangerous blood clots that can block blood flow, increases. Factors such as immobility, certain medications, surgery, or chronic diseases further increase the risk. However, the initial symptoms often go unnoticed or are misinterpreted. A study by Heidelberg University Hospital showed that seniors with elevated D-dimer levels had a significantly higher risk of thrombotic events. Early detection through testing enables rapid treatment with blood-thinning medications, which drastically reduce the risk of serious complications. The D-dimer test is often used when deep vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism is suspected. However, it can also be helpful for preventive care and for nonspecific symptoms, such as sudden shortness of breath or pain in the legs. A normal level virtually rules out the presence of dangerous blood clots. If your value is elevated, discuss the best next steps with your doctor. Further tests such as ultrasound or CT scans are usually performed to visualize the clots and treat them specifically. Regular exercise, adequate fluid intake, and avoiding prolonged sitting can help prevent blood clots. Wearing compression stockings can also reduce the risk in patients who are at risk. Have you or someone you know had experience with blood clots or the D-dimer test? Share your stories in the comments. It can help others be better informed. Subscribe to Klar Vital so you don't miss any vital health tips for seniors and can actively protect your health with knowledge. In the next chapter, we will focus on a blood test that can help you understand hormonal changes and target symptoms such as fatigue and mood swings. Hormone level test. How to maintain your inner balance and alleviate symptoms. As we age, our hormones change. This is normal, but it is often accompanied by unpleasant symptoms such as fatigue, mood swings, sleep problems, or a decrease in libido. A hormone level test can help you better understand these changes and take targeted action to counteract them so that you feel fitter and more balanced again. Hormones are messenger substances that control many functions in our body, from energy balance and the immune system to mood. In women, the decline in estrogen and progesterone during menopause plays a particularly important role. In men, testosterone levels drop, which can affect strength and vitality. The thyroid gland is also important. It regulates metabolism and influences how fast or slow your body works. Many seniors notice these changes as a vague feeling of discomfort, which is often mistakenly dismissed as normal. However, symptoms such as unexplained fatigue, concentration problems, depressive moods, or weight gain can be related to a hormonal imbalance. The hormone level test measures the concentration of important hormones in the blood, including estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, cortisol, and thyroid hormones. This allows you to determine exactly which hormones are out of balance. A study by the University of Munich showed that targeted hormone replacement therapy can significantly improve quality of life in selected cases. With less fatigue, better sleep, and more stable moods, it is important to tailor the therapy to the individual and to monitor it under medical supervision to avoid side effects. In addition to medical treatments, natural measures can also help. A balanced diet with plenty of fresh vegetables, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep support hormone balance. Stress reduction through meditation or walks also has a stabilizing effect. Have you ever had your hormone levels checked? What has been your experience? Share your stories in the comments and help other seniors cope better with their changes. Subscribe to Clara Vital to receive regular tips and information that will keep you strong and healthy in your everyday life. In the last chapter, we show you how a vitamin B12 test protects vital nerves and restores energy. Stay tuned. Vitamin B12 test, the energy booster for body and mind. Vitamin B12 plays a crucial role in your nervous system, blood formation, and energy levels. Older people in particular are often affected by a deficiency because absorption decreases with age. A vitamin B12 test shows you exactly whether your body has enough of this essential vitamin so that you can avoid fatigue, poor concentration, or nerve damage. What makes vitamin B12 so special? It helps produce red blood cells, which transport oxygen. Without enough B12, you quickly feel tired and weak. It also protects your nerves from damage and supports the formation of the myelin sheath, which transmits nerve impulses quickly and efficiently. A lack of B12 can lead to numbness, tingling in the hands and feet, or even memory problems. A study by Harvard Medical School showed that around 20 to 30% of people over the age of 60 suffer from vitamin B12 deficiency, often without realizing it. This is because the deficiency develops gradually, and many symptoms are confused with normal signs of aging. The blood test measures the concentration of B12 in the serum and helps your doctor decide whether treatment is necessary. If the level is too low, tablets, injections, or fortified foods can quickly improve your supply. In addition to taking supplements, you should eat a vitamin-rich diet. Dairy products, eggs, fish, and meat are rich in B12. Special supplements are available for vegetarians and vegans, as plant-based foods contain very little vitamin B12. The test is particularly important if you notice symptoms such as constant fatigue, pale skin, concentration problems, or tingling. This is because untreated deficiency can lead to irreversible nerve damage. Have you had your vitamin B12 levels checked yet? Share your experiences with us to encourage other seniors to take care of their health. Subscribe to Clara Vital so you don't miss any important health tips and stay fit day after day. This concludes our series on the 5 blood tests that could save your life. Knowledge is power. Use it for your health and quality of life.